Kimora Lee Simmons is going viral. She went online today to bash Russell Simmons and say he's an abuser. He's verbally abusing their daughters, and he's sending threatening texts. And he needs to, go fix himself. And the daughters chimed in, and they said he's mentally ill. And they posted a muted video of Russell Simmons yelling and screaming in a FaceTime call. And I think it's pretty fucked up how Kimora Lee and her daughters are out here playing victim. Yeah, Russell probably cut him off, but that was after Kimora allegedly stole millions of dollars from Russell and used it to help pay off her husband, well, her baby daddy, because he was still legally married to another woman. Her baby daddy, Tim Leissner, got in trouble with the feds. And he pled guilty to stealing $200 million from the bank because he was a director at Goldman Sachs. And he stole like $200 million, and he was facing like 25 years in prison, but he had to snitch on another man. I forget that man's name, in exchange for a lighter sentence. So he hasn't been sentenced yet. But he got a $43 million fine. So your homegirl, Kimora, went and took, I think, over $50 million of Russell Simmons' money and used it to pay off the fine of Tim Leissner. And that was when things went sour between Russell Simmons and Kimora. Because he is claiming that Kimora stole everything and he has nothing and he's now broke. No matter what you think about Russell Simmons, whether you think that he raped those women back in the 80s or not, no matter what you think about it, nobody deserves to have $50 million stolen from them. Nobody deserves to be able to have $50 million in the bank and you're trusting your baby mama with that $50 million for everybody, and she goes and takes it and pays off her other baby daddy's fines and fees with the federal government. That's not what the money was for. The money was for Kimora and the girls, and for Russell. He was giving her money to hold because he was going through all kind of lawsuits. And he had to flee the country and go overseas because they were looking into him for all them rape allegations. So Russell gave Kimora money to hold, and you gonna take that money and go use it to pay off your other baby daddy's fines and fees? That's not right. That's not right. You can't. You don't do that to somebody. And she's talking about Russell is abusing her. Girl. People have gotten killed over $50 in the hood. You took over $50 million of Russell's money to help this man out. You lucky he didn't put a bullet in you. What is Kimora thinking? That she's going to come out here and get sympathy? I see a lot of people giving her sympathy, but I don't. I don't give Kimora 1 ounce of sympathy because I see her for what she is, a user. And now that she has broken Russell financially, she wants to humiliate him online and insinuate that he's gay. It was a part of the video where she was like, he's over there chilling with women and men and whoever and doing all of that. Why you got to do all that? Because he exposed you for the thief that you are? And you're online saying that he cut the daughters off financially. But if he don't have the money, how can he take care of the daughters? He gave you $50 million to hold for you and the daughters. And then you were supposed to be cutting him out some of it because he knew the lawsuits were coming. So let's not act like the man didn't look out for you, Kimora. This ain't right. This ain't right. I don't like treacherous women. Y'all know that. I don't like treacherous women. I don't like backstabbing women. I feel like if I had a man give me $50 million and say, hey, this is for you to hold for me because I got lawsuits coming. I got all these hoes coming out saying I raped them in the 80s and the 70s. I need you to hold this money for me so that you and the girls can have it, and so you could send me money so I can maintain my lifestyle. Do you think I'm going to go and give that money to another nigga? No. Kimora's tripping. And then she talked about how Russell ran businesses into the ground. Didn't she run Baby Fat into the ground? We need to look up what happened with Baby Fat, because remember, Baby Fat was real popular when I was a kid. Everybody wanted the Baby Fat jackets and the Baby Fat jeans and the little the little crop tops. Every high school girl was running around wearing that Baby Fat. And Kimora ran that company into the ground. So what is she talking about, Russell running companies into the ground? I got to look that up. But either way it goes, no matter what Russell has done, I don't care if he's a rapist or not. I don't care if he beat any woman or not. I don't care what he did. The fact that he gave Kimora $50 million and she took that $50 million to help out her baby daddy, her other baby daddy, Mr. Tim Leissner, is proof that she's a dirty, filthy whore that cannot be trusted. And for her to go online after all these years and bash Russell Simmons and say that he's abusing her when she was the one that took $50 million of this man's money to go do foolishness with it is disgusting. And it's a shame that Kimora and her ungrateful daughters are making it seem like they're victims. They're not victims. I'm glad he cut his daughters off. Kimora is going to do Russell like Drea Kelly. Kimora Lee Simmons is another Drea Kelly. Now that the money is gone and now that she fucked up the finances, she doesn't want to take the blame. She's going to make Russell seem like the bad guy. And because he has allegations of rape, they're going to say, oh, Kimora is an abuse victim. She's not a fucking victim. She's benefited from the relationship with Russell Simmons for decades. Russell was the one that put her on all these businesses that she had. So she can't act like Russell didn't give her income. Russell did a lot for Kimora. And for her to go fuck $50 million off like this is fucked up. And it's a lot of women out here that have gotten murdered for less. And the fact that Russell is just yelling and screaming and calling her phone and calling her bitches and hoes, let him call you and call you bitches and hoes. He has a right to be upset. $50 million gone. $50 million is gone. It's not my money and I'm upset. What the fuck? But this is what happens when you deal with filthy whores. And I saw a point in the video where Kimora was like, and I was so young when I got with Russell. I said, oh, she's going to play the card that she was a teenager when she got with Russell. Now, she was 16 when she started dating Russell. She was. But you didn't say nothing all these years. You didn't complain about being underage when Russell was in his 30s all these years. You didn't complain about it. So why complain about it now? You're only complaining about it because the money gone. Russell need to stay his ass over there, wherever he's at. I don't know what he's going to do. He might have to get a job because the money is gone. And I don't know what he's going to do. But the moment he set foot back in American soil, they might try to find a way. They will try to find a way to put him in prison. So he needs to spend the rest of his years overseas, cut off Kimora and those ungrateful little whoring daughters. You take $50 million from me that I give you, and you want to come online and do this cooning and buffooning? Hell no. Hell no. And y'all know it ain't right. No matter if you like Russell or not, a lot of people probably feel like they don't like Russell Simmons. They feel like he's a bad guy. You can have that opinion. But in this specific situation, he's not wrong. We're talking about this specific situation about the money. He gave Kimora $50 million to hold. And she took it to pay off her baby daddy's fines to the federal government. He owed $43 million. And he owed some more change, lawyer fees and all of that. She had to pay all of that shit off. She paid all of that shit off for that man. And now Russell ain't got shit. And Russell is pissed off. And Russell has no money. And how you gonna come online and say, oh, Russell broke, when you were the one that made him broke? I ain't never seen such trifling people in my life. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, God bless Russell Simmons.